Check this out. What we got?
This is insanely exciting.
I a lot of stuff. I don't remember.
And I've been thinking about why is it so exciting?
Compared to what I actually.
And I can't tell if it's because we're about to go to the Kvarim of the greatest people that have influenced us so much, or that we're going with as best friends. Like that's what's blown my mind. That we're doing this, but we're going as like a bunch of best friends are going together. So the combination of both promises to be le'elo, as long as our hearts are open.
So Babi Yar is a ravine on the outskirts of Kiev where Einsatzgruppen group and mobile squads killed at least 34,000 Jews over a one-week period in September of 1941. Russian estimates put the number of killed at nearly 100,000. Today, Babi Yar has come to symbolize the horrific murder of Jews by the Einsatzgruppen group, and those are the mobile killing squads, as well as a persistent failure of the world to acknowledge this Jewish tragedy.
The commander of this operation, here's what he wrote. This is his testimony. The difficulties resulting from such a large-scale action, in particular concerning the seizure, were overcome in Kiev by requesting the Jewish population through wall posters to move here. Although only participation of approximately 5,000 to 6,000 is what we expected, more than 30,000 Jews arrived, who until the very moment of their execution still believed that they were going to be resettled.
רחל בת יוסף עוד, אברהם בן משה, קלרה בת רחל, בת אברהם רחל. עבור שאנו מתפעלים בעד הזכרת נשמתם, לכן ברחמים מהסתירה בסתר כנפיו לעולמים. בצרור וצרור חיים את נשמתם, אדוני הוא נחלתם, וינוחו בשלום המשכבם, ונאמר אמן.
Hey, Shalom Rabba Mishamai, Chaim Aleinu, B'Chol Yisrael, V'Ramay. Yaseh Shalom Ramav, Yaseh Shalom Aleinu, B'Chol Yisrael, V'Ramay.
You know, if you think 34,000 people here, maybe more, we don't know exactly, 34,000 Jews. And you always, the elephant in the room is, of course, why did they fight back? I mean, how many gunmen do you think were here? 10, 20, 30, 50, even 100? And it was a question that when the State of Israel was founded, that the original Zionists in those years were very embarrassed by survivors. They couldn't understand, how could you let this happen? Until 1961, the trial of Adolf Eichmann, when Abba Kovner, who was a survivor and one of the fighters in the, I think, the Lodz ghetto, if I'm not mistaken, and he gave testimony about this exact issue, and it's very profound what he said. He said, as Jews, our whole lives, we're taught to have hope, that we're believers, or maminim. We believe that Hashem will always save us. As the Gemara says about Chizkiyahu, he has a tradition in his family, even if the sword is on your neck, the last minute, you have to believe Hashem is going to save you. So Abba Kovner writes, he says, the question isn't why didn't the Jews resist? The question was, why did they resist at all? He says, because imagine standing in a pit. As a Jew, we're taught to think, until that bullet enters your head, you're meant to have hope, and to be a mamin in Hashem, to have hope that it's not going to end. Your life's not going to end here. So why should I actively do something that's going to cause my death by fighting back when there's hope that I'm going to be saved, either through a miracle or something's going to happen? It can't possibly happen. And so for a Jew to fight back meant that they had to give up hope, because they were giving up hope that this wasn't going to happen. So that was Abba Kovner's testimony. It's very profound. And he said Jews didn't fight back because they always held on to the emunah, to the hope that this wasn't going to happen. And he says that's why they didn't fight back.
Am Yisrael,
Avinu Chai, Od Avinu Chai, Od Avinu, Od Avinu, Od Avinu Chai, Od Avinu Chai, Od Avinu Chai, Od Avinu, Od Avinu, Od Avinu Chai, Od Avinu Chai, Od Avinu Chai, Od Avinu, Od Avinu, Od Avinu Chai.
You know, we also can't ever give up hope. You know, the schut to be in Eretz Yisrael, you know, I think we should just take the 5-10 seconds now and just thank Hashem that He brought us to Eretz Yisrael, and every day put those 5 seconds
to stay in
aside.
Eretz Yisrael.
And to stay in Eretz Yisrael. We all go through our tests and our Yisuruns. Everyone has different things and different challenges, and it's not easy to settle in, but we know that this is where every Jew should be, will be, and all the neshamas that perished, it really opened up the gates for us to get there. So I just think it's critical that we should each one of us every day thank Hashem for bringing us there.
You know, a lot of people came. Probably everybody came here. A lot of it has to do with the davening, and people have some very major issues they want to daven for. Some people it's very private, and whatever it is, whether it's health, parnasa, clarity, tshuva, whatever it might be. But people have in their mind a lot of very heavy things they want to daven for. And the Gemara tells us that if you daven for somebody else, you're nenet chila. Hashem answers you first. And it's not meant in a gimmicky way that a person's supposed to think, oh, I want to get what I want, so let me daven for somebody else. And that way I'm going to trick the Rabbanu Shalom into getting what I want. So here, this is mamish the perfect place for this. Because as Reb Shlomo said so beautifully about the theme of Reb Levi Yitzchak's life, that he was a machmir in Avas Yisrael, that there's no question that his tefillah was probably more focused on others than it was on himself, not because as a gimmick, because that's just who he was. And so maybe this is a good place that when we're all davening to really mamish have in mind other people, and even if you don't know what other people are davening for, just have in mind that Hashem should help them get an answer to whatever it is they're looking for.
da da.
goodness, right, is a shechel, if I understand it, from HaKadosh Baruch Hu. It's called Nikrat Dibor. It's called something that's spoken, something that's said. Kinemar v'daber Hashem shamayim nasu. That the heavens were created with God's words.
נחמו נחמו עמי, יאמר אלוהיכם. נחמו נחמו עמי, יאמר אלוהיכם. נחמו נחמו עמי, יאמר אלוהיכם. נחמו נחמו עמי, יאמר שמע נחמו נחמו עמי, יאמר אלוהיכם. 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 נחמו נחמו עמי,
look, we're gonna go. I think we're gonna be going.
מכל החסדים ומכל האמת אשר עשית את עבדך קטונתי מכל החסדים ומכל האמת אשר עשית את עבדך קטונתי מכל החסדים ומכל האמת אשר עשית את עבדך קטונתי מכל החסדים ומכל האמת אשר עשית את עבדך כי במקלי עברתי את הירדן אתה הייתי לשני מחנות הצילני נא
He's actually negotiating.
He's begging.
I give you some money. I give you some money.
He may not be our driver much longer.
You want some shekels?
No money yet.
Well, he took it. He took his document.
Film this.
Took his what?
He pulled it away.
He just pulled it away.
Oh, there's a whole truck of guys.
Does he pay? He's paid.
Back to the old days. Wow.
So how much you want?
Well, there's three of us. Each of us have three. We got kids.
You really do? Oh, here we go. In the van.
In the van.
Oh.
Oh crap.
In the van. Oh, that's going to cost you. Oh.
Are the keys in the bus?
He just went in.
Can we drive away?
He's a little bit disheveled, but he's smiling.
Is okay?
Okay, транспортная милиция. Транспорт.
I have no idea what that means.
Good?
Good?
Money, money.
Oh.
Money,
Show me the money!
Long story short, because we did not have a document to travel across the entire Ukraine, you wanted either everyone's passports or $10. That's correct. $10.
We gave him double the offer and told him
Money!
All right,
All of a sudden, you have all this credit card debt.
Check it.
So we're Baruch Hashem, an action-packed hour, action-packed day, action-packed week. We're on our way right now to one of my favorite ever. Mamash, the neshama that, like Rabbi Nachman said about him, if it wasn't for him, we would not know who Rabbi Nachman is. There are many stories that we can say about Rabbi Nassan, including his Petira, his death, which was a Sarah B'Tevis, and Erev Shabbos. It's a whole long story. But there's one thing that I wanted to mention about Rabbi Nassan that's actually not one of the more famous stories, but for us it'll tie a lot of things together. Rabbi Nassan did not start off as a chassid of Rabbi Nachman. He didn't even start off as a chassid. But Rabbi Nassan began his chassidishood. He was a Talmud of Rabbi Levi Yitzchak of Berditchev. He was a Berditchever. And the story that I think about all the time is a story of how he realized that this wasn't his shvil, that it wasn't his derech. And the story is that it was a Motzei Shabbos, and Reb Nassan was sent out to go and buy bagels for Malava Malka in Redichev. And while he was going to go and get these bagels, this bread, for the Seudas Malava Malka, he sensed in a very strong manner, this is not a shlichus. Even though it's a very holy thing. What could be holier? To be part of the Chevra of Reb Levi Yitzchak Berditchever, obviously what could be holier? But if it's not your Shoresh Neshama, it's not where you're holding, and you sense something different, the shaila is, what does it take for you to leave something that's holy because you think and you can sense that there's something holier for you, on your shvil, for your path. And while he was going to get these bagels, he felt this is not, maybe there's a lot of people that are meant to be doing this, but my thing, this is not my thing. The story, how he meets Rabbi Nachman much later, which is within the month of Elul, is a phenomenal story. Hopefully we'll be saying it later. But in the schus of Rabbi Nassan, we know who Rabbi Nachman is. But that means, in the schus of a yid who had enough guts to say, this derech is very holy, but it's not my derech, the whole world has benefited tremendously and has brought thousands upon thousands of people to find meaning in their Yiddishkeit because one person found his tafkid in this world, found what he was all about. Into the caverns, yeah. Behind the fence with the water.
It's a walk-up.
Is that even? That's a person.
Ashreinu v'tayim chelkeinu umanoim goydoleinu 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 La 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 la
Guys, anyone who wants? Good Philip, in the page.
ותשמרנו ותמלטנו שלא יבוא שום אחד מישראל לחולי.
נופל חס ושלום. תגידו אמן.
אמן.
ותרפאם ברחמך הרבים ברפואה שלמה.
אמן.
תקים אותם מנפילתם ותשיב לאיתנם.
אמן.
תשלח מהרה רפואה שלמה מן השמיים, רפואת הנפש, רפואת הגוף, כי אל מלך רופא רחמן ונאמן אתה.
אמן.
ובשביל זה כל אלו הארבע הנ"ל, שנעשו להם ניסים, שניצולו מישראל הסייעות מן החולים.
הנה לא ינום ולא יישן שומר ישראל. אדוני שומרך, אדוני צילך על יד ימינך. יומם השמש לא יככה וירח בלילה. אדוני ישמורך מכל רע, ישמור את נפשך. אדוני ישמור צאתך ובואך מעתה ועד עולם.
רבי נחמן, נחמן מאומן, נחמן מאומן, רבי נחמן מאומן, רבי נחמן, נחמן מאומן, נחמן מאומן, רבי נחמן מאומן, רבי נחמן, נחמן מאומן, נחמן מאומן, רבי נחמן מאומן, רבי נחמן, נחמן מאומן, נחמן מאומן, רבי נחמן מאומן.
Right here. Now, this is the way the dashboard was shown up. Are you reading
At the age where it doesn't remember.
Shifty, shifty, it's Hashem, Lazarus, Lazarus, Hashem, what can be Hello, shifty, shifty, it's Hashem, Lazarus, Lazarus, Hashem, what can be Hello.
בנה שם קצת עושי אליך, שמרה, ברחו עליך באלותיך, מי אלף לבן של רעי, אתה תרשי שולחן שאני מה זה אלוהים לך, מה אתה עובר, השיעורך, חבר עליך חוקך, כי היית לא תמותו ויעלו כי אלף שנים בעיניך, אתם בזמן כי יעבור וישמוע בנתך.
They have a brand new mikveh. They're filling it up right now.
They're already in a few hours.
5 hours, he said. Beautiful.
Well, that each Jew has a bechin of malchus, actually. You know that there's like Sari Alafim and there's Sari Mayos and everything, but every Jew actually has a bechin of malchus, and it could be that he has malchus over thousands of people, hundreds of thousands of people, from Bad Yosef, or even over your family, really. You have a bechin of malchus, and people that are really connected to your neshama, that you're really manning them, and it talks about how you have to do it. You're not allowed to do it with like an iron fist, but you have to do it the right way, because you know that it says that malchus is makaveres, it's maleo. If a person rules in the wrong way, they can actually die young for it. But so basically, the idea is that these people underneath us and are makabel from us, we have to learn to do it gently and to do it the right way. It also talks about machlokas l'shem shemayim and how they're both emes, and it's hard to understand. It's like a tzaddik v'tov, although, and tzaddik v'rala, which even Moshe Rabbeinu didn't understand. And that's what we're talking about. Skada Shmei Rabba, Mad Rechadev, Machadev, Tzmach B'nei B'kem Shechei, Recha Mimech, and Achar Kach Aved Yisrael, V'Dalas Ban Krevim, Amen. Shmei Rabba, Shmei Rabba, Machzara, Shbag Lazmat, V'Yitr Mach, Nasei, V'Dav, 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 Shmei Dek, V'Shabrichu, V'Yitr Mokol V'Chadash, V'Dav, 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 Amen.
מזל טוב, ברוך מצאך. B'ezrat Hashem, that all this light that we've been surrounded by should come to our homes.
Opening L'chaim.
Yeah, opening L'chaim should come to our Shabbos tables. It should come to our. It should be a really serious thing. Yeah, it should be a serious mitzvah. It's like a real existence in our lives, not just a trip of good memories, but like a real injection of passion for finding meaning in being a Jew living in Eretz Yisrael. With mission, you guys will join soon.
I'll step back.
לכל זמן ועת, לכל חפץ תחת השמיים, לכל זמן ועת, לכל חפץ תחת השמיים, את ללדת ואת למות, את לדעת ואת לקור, את להרוג ואת לרפוא, את לפרוט ואת לבנות, את לבכות ואת לשחוק, את צפור ואת ריקות, לכל זמן ועת, לכל חפץ תחת השמיים, לכל זמן ועת, לכל חפץ תחת השמיים, את לחבוק ואת לרחוק, את לבקש
This was an amazing trip, uplifting, amazing chevra, and we're going to do it again. And it's just carry us through all the Yom Tov and Rosh Hashanah and Kippur. It was just we grew as a chevra, and it was awesome.